From high atop the Sycamore Room at the Norman P. Murray Community Center, it's Breakfast with Gary and Kelly, featuring special guest, Sara Gazarek.
Our new official Breakfast with Gary and Kelly salute. We salute you. I just made that up. It's ridiculous. We'll never, ever do that again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Breakfast with Gary and Kelly. We're thrilled that you're here.
I'll do this.
You've met Vanna.
Yes, thank you for coming. We've got a great guest for you. I wish I could have at least 10% of her vocal cords. Just 10. That's all I would want.
That will not ever happen.
I know.
That will not ever happen.
I'm just so blessed to be around somebody like this because of her singing.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's been a dear friend of this radio station for since she was in college at USC, which is now ridiculously long ago. 20 minutes ago, sorry. That's exactly what I meant to say. This is her brand new CD that is Blossom and Bee that people are just talking about like crazy, and rightfully so. We're thrilled that she's here. Please, please, please welcome Sara Gazarek.
Yeah. Very nice.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird, fly. Blackbird, fly into the light of a dark black night. Pack up all my care and woe. Here I go, singing low. Bye-bye, blackbird, where somebody waits for me. Sugar sweet, so is he. Bye-bye, blackbird, no one here can love and understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Make my bed, light the light, 'cause I'll arrive so late tonight. Blackbird, blackbird, bye-bye, bye-bye. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arise. blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Oh, take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird, fly. Blackbird, fly. Into the light of a dark black night.
Sara Gazarek and Josh Nelson, everybody. Stick around. We've got it for an hour here on Breakfast with Gary and Kelly. Oh, my goodness. That was wonderful. Welcome back to Breakfast with Gary. But I shoot with this hand. That's for Blazing Saddles. You won't get that. You're too young, as everybody is compared to me.
What'd you say, 4 minutes ago that I graduated from USC?
Exactly
20 minutes
right.
ago, right.
Exactly. 20 minutes ago. Sara Gazarek, everybody. How fun, huh? I can't believe. First of all, look at the shoes. What is?
I know.
Look
I was
at
looking
you.
at your outfit. And
Look
I was
at you,
like,
sister.
Holy moly! Where'd you get those?
These were a Christmas present from my husband. I think they came from Bloomingdale's.
Well, good job,
Travis.
Bloomingdale's.
Yeah,
Got
Travis.
Palmer
Way to
here.
go,
I mean,
dude.
You know, the chef. No, very nice, very nice.
I'm so glad to see you.
I'm happy to be here.
I really am. I really am. This is really a special one for me. I mean, we've kind of been
I have been hearing
known each
about
other.
this.
Well,
Long time.
But this, we have. I mean,
We
it
joke
really
about
is-
it as, it's, 4 minutes ago, but it really has been a while. I graduated from USC in 2004. And
Is it really? God.
Yeah, but I think we knew each other before I graduated.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
someone got a hold of some demo that I made for my mom in college.
I saw. No. I went to see Diane Scher at the Coach House. And it was around Christmas time,
right.
and you were on the bill beforehand.
Right, opening
And
for her.
yeah,
I mean, that
right.
was a kind way to put it, like we double billed, but I was her opening act.
Yeah, but I mean, and at the time you were a senior at SC.
Yeah.
But I mean, you also, it's not like you were, just slinging pizza, because I mean, you also at that point were, I mean, no, but I mean, you had representation with William Morris, did you not, and all that stuff. So I mean, it was,
So you
look
heard
online.
her singing.
Yeah.
I mean, you went to the show. You heard her sing.
Yeah,
and
it was
what
like,
happened?
and I went to the, did the internet thing, and look at that, there's you. And then, I got a hold of, I think David Britz. Mm-hmm. And then got those demos that you did that you hate, which I love.
I don't hate them. I just made them as like a gift for my mother. And
is that what the story is?
Yeah,
I didn't
it
even
really
know
was.
that.
And it's funny to me because as a junior in college, that was when we recorded them, and it was, like I listened to those recordings, and it's like, oh yeah, that was the track that I was trying to sound like Tierney Sutton, and oh yeah, that one was the Carn Allison track, and oh yeah, like I was really just emulating the people that I loved.
Well.
So it was a special little project for me, but.
Well, and for us too, because I mean we started playing those on the air, much to your horror and chagrin, apparently.
Not horror. Surprise.
Okay.
Definitely surprise.
Yeah.
And especially at that point, no one knew of me, no one had my music, and so it was shocking and really a beautiful surprise that anybody, had gotten a hold of the music, let alone.
And that you just did, the Blackbird Bluebird thing that was one of the tracks. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
Totally different arrangement, though.
But right.
Yeah.
But you did that. Didn't you put those two songs together? It was
Early on,
but it was a project for school or something?
Yeah, it was like my senior project, I think. We arranged it. My then bassist and I did an arrangement of it. But the version that we just heard, Josh and I rearranged just for piano and voice very recently. So that one's kind of like brand new rehashing of the one from our first record, which is full band version, really different, kind of up-tempo middle section.
That's your first CD that you had?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that first CD, there's a story behind a song on it. Is it that the one you're telling me about?
Well, I don't want this to be about me, but that's one.
Well,
that,
It always is.
It's what she's talking about is the story that I tell ad nauseum about one of the greatest days of my life when you were recording that up at Capitol. And in Studio A, and
I've
you know,
been in
I got invited to come up there and hang out for one of the days that you were there, and you were working, and I'm going, look at where we are. This is the coolest thing ever. And you're like, yeah,
It's
okay,
crazy.
shut up, I'm working. It was unbelievable because that's the only time I've ever been in that place.
Yeah, and it
you
was
walk down
good.
the hall, and here's pictures of Judy Garland and
Frank
Sinatra and blah blah blah. You know, it's like
And I was so green at that point. You know, I wasn't aware of as much of the history that I know now, especially with the engineer. It was engineered by a phenomenal engineer named Al Schmidt, who has done pretty much every vocal jazz record and mostly instrumental jazz records as well that are out there. I think he's won like 15 Grammys at this point for
it's ridiculous. It's
records that he does. And if I had known all of that ahead of time, you know, like this is the mic that this incredible singer used or whatever, I think I would have been
A little bit more like him.
So my ridiculous behavior now is there's a reason for it. You now understand it a little more.
I do, yes. Now that I've aged similarly. Yes.
Yes.
That's all the time we have for this morning, and thanks.
Well, one of the songs has him on it. How did that happen?
No.
that's the live CD,
That's the other one.
Yeah, and our live CD, Gary, you
God,
can hear...
I've been stalking you for a long time,
Seriously,
apparently, haven't I?
No,
I
we've
want to
been
know
friends.
how his voice got on your CD.
Gary was the MC for the live CD that we put out that's not in print anymore. So we have this limited
good.
edition live CD.
And obviously there's a
Because of
reason for
Gary.
that. Exactly.
Yeah, we've gotten complaints.
So what do you say? Ladies and gentlemen.
I said, don't spell it with an H. Sara Gazarek.
Did you guys already talk about that?
No, we haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
Shall we, you want to go
Let's
into
segue.
that now?
Well, yes. So we have this
let's
beautiful
get
poster
think
back
it's
here
gorgeous.
This is
of
turning into...
some of the artwork from my latest CD, Blossom and Bee. And I walked in this morning and was so surprised to find out that my name had a new spelling. So they brought in someone from their art department and put some makeup over the H, and you can barely tell,
You
right?
can't see it at all.
You can't see it at all. So Gary says on the Live at the Jazz Bakery CD, please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage.
That's right.
Native language recording artist, Sara.
Wow, that was the worst Gary impression I've ever heard in my life.
Sorry.
Oh, that's funny.
So funny. So funny. You know what? There were a couple things that I remember too about the first time you did the bash. Which was, and I think you were still in college then, too.
I totally was still in college. All I remember from that bash was that Evan Stone tried to sell me his car. Evan Stone did sell me his car.
Ew.
Why does that not surprise me
I know.
at all?
What kind of car?
Like a Sebring.
It was a Pacer, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
I
some
think.
kind of,
Yeah.
like he told me what it was and I was like, uh-huh.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Are you serious, or was he just messing with
No,
you?
he was, because I needed a car at that point. I think
And really, when you need a car, the thing you want to do is go to a drummer.
Right.
Because that's the guy that'll get you a good car.
But I don't know if you know this. When I was a senior or a junior in college, I won.
I do know that.
So I won a Vespa in a drawing from Target.
A Vespa?
A Vespa, like a real, like the brand Vespa.
Yeah.
I won a Vespa, a red Vespa, and that was my only mode of transportation. And so, like, I think at the bash, I think somehow I found a ride from someone or borrowed someone's car, but,
how fun.
you know, I had the option of borrowing a car or, like, really finding a backroads way of driving my Vespa, because it only went 40 miles per hour.
A Vespa's
All the way
a
down.
two-wheel thing, right?
Little scooter.
Did you have a little helmet? Okay.
You know, it's amazing about that, because it's a little known fact that Barbra Streisand, for years, rode a Vespa.
That's why I got one. Channels my inner
I think
bags.
I actually introduced you that way once. Ladies and gentlemen, she's won a Vespa from Target.
I think you
Here
did.
she is.
Yeah, I believe that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How long ago did you get into music? I mean, were you like 2-3 years old and you decided, or did you? When did you decide to do this?
You know, I always sang, and as a young person, my mom always loves to tell this story at my shows. When she comes, I'm from Seattle, so when she comes to my gigs, she like sits at the CD table and brags about how when I was 2, I came down the stairs, like arms wide open, singing "Tomorrow" from Annie.
Really?
Like, knew all the words and didn't go off pitch or anything. And her friend, who was a professional singer, was like, "It's actually pretty rare that a 2-year-old would be able to sing. Like, she's barely able, to walk or
doubt.
whatever."
Yeah.
So I'm sure I didn't pronounce things properly, but.
So that was 2, and then you turned 3, and then how did you develop into a musical artist?
Well, I didn't realize that it was something that I did differently than everyone. So I assumed that everyone could sing on pitch and, memorized songs quickly and loved it as much as I. And then I got to high school and was like, what's wrong with all of you? So, and then it really was high school. So I wanted to be in musical theater, and that was why I went to this specific high school in Seattle. And then there was a jazz orchestra director that also taught the vocal jazz ensemble, and that was really how I discovered the vocal art form, and it was kind of from an instrumental perspective. So he would have us transcribing instrumental solos and writing lyrics to them, and always knowing the history behind the material. Wow. And whenever we would perform, we weren't in like sequin gowns and cummerbunds. It was like just all black, very serious. And so I had this really great foundation in the public school system, and that's why we're so big with the band when we tour and stuff and doing clinics in public schools.
Did you go to college afterwards?
I did, yes. Okay. I got a degree in jazz studies from USC.
Oh.
Yeah, and my brother got a degree in poetry from the University of Florida. So, thank goodness, for, bless her heart, my mother, for, putting trust in us and just saying, good luck not making money for the rest of your life.
That poetry degree is really going to come in handy. That's like printing money, really, when you can do poetry.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So how long ago did you graduate?
I graduated in 2004.
Okay.
And then recently was hired to teach at USC as well. So I'm on the faculty there.
Oh, my goodness. So what are you teaching?
I lead the jazz
Arc
choir.
welding. It's really unusual.
Welding and word shop.
I'm just curious.
Yeah. No,
she holds the mic like this now.
I know, right? No, I teach the vocal jazz choir and then private instruction.
Is it different for you going the second time around at USC, now being the teacher that you were the student before?
Absolutely, and I think that it's beautiful because the things that I'm teaching now I actually kind of understand, and if the students aren't getting it, you have to find a backwards way to explain it, and so it really is very demanding. So you have to understand it on a cellular level so that you can pull it apart and explain it for people.
Do you see yourself as that student sometimes?
Yeah. Absolutely, especially because I graduated, 20 minutes ago.
Exactly.
I really identify with them. And the weird thing is that I have a lot of old teachers that still teach there, and so that's very strange for me.
I'm sure they love it when you call them old.
Some of them are.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah, Gary.
I haven't taught you anything. You got hooked up when you were in college with Tierney. Is she a teacher there? Or?
She was. Tierney Sutton,
Sutton,
who's also a really phenomenal jazz singer. She used to teach at USC. She was the head of the vocal jazz department there.
Oh, I didn't realize it at the time.
Yeah. And so I studied with her, and then a singer who sang with the Count Basie Orchestra and still does. Wow. Her name's Carmen Bradford.
Oh.
Big, soulful singer. And then Jennifer Barnes, who's a really phenomenal studio singer, improviser. So that was really great to get a very well-rounded education from different people.
You and Tierney were more. Didn't you babysit for her?
I actually lived with her and worked as a nanny for her for a year. Yeah, for her son Ryan.
That was for a short time. That was a sitcom on Fox, I believe.
Right. We should have had our reality show.
I know you should have. Really.
Yeah.
How fun.
Yeah.
How fun. We are. We're going to take a little break and come back and have you and Josh once again come out and do a couple of songs for us, if you would be so kind.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
Sara Gazarek, everybody. Stick around here at Breakfast with Deary. Welcome back to Breakfast with Deary and Kelly, everybody. Sara's got once again, you got the coolest shoes in the house too. Look at that.
I know.
Did they have taps on them, or did you take them off?
I took them off.
Oh, that was a good idea. We're joined by her wonderful, and he's not just like the piano player. No, hardly. Josh Nelson. We're going to be chatting with him in a little bit as well. But first, we're going to put him to work. What do you? By the way, Blossom and Bee. You've heard everybody talking about it. This is the one. What are we going to be doing?
Josh and I have done a number of original compositions together over the years, and so the one that we're going to start this little set with is an original that Josh and I wrote together from that CD entitled Fly Away Birdie.
Ah, okay. Very nice. Sara Gazarek, everybody.
All right, guys. Thanks.
your wings, birdie. Take a leap of fate and jump on in. 'Cause it's your right, fight and flight, birdie. 'Cause it's where you are, not where you've been. Told you, go faster, faster than they dreamed, stronger than the storms that they've shown you. Imagine you, imagining. Watching your life slip away. Look to your heart for the way. Fly away, birdie. It's time to fly away. Won't look back, birdie. There's nothing in your way. Told you, go faster, faster than they dreamed, go faster than they dreamed, oh, stronger than the storms that they've shown you. Imagine you, imagining. Oh, imagine you. Imagine you, imagining.
That's really nice. That's really nice. You're not done. You're not done.
That's true.
So come on.
Okay, sorry.
All right, quit messing around with
Sorry.
you. What the heck?
Sorry, Deary. So I think the next tune we're going to do is a song maybe that was on that little bootleg copy CD thing that you found.
Uh-oh.
It's a song that I've been singing for a very long time, and then we recorded for our second CD. And it's a Billy Joel ballad entitled And So It Goes.
In every heart there is a room, a sanctuary safe and strong, to heal the wounds from lovers past until a new one comes along. I spoke to you in cautious tones, and you answered me with no pretense. And still I feel I said too much. My silence is my self-defense. And every time I've held a rose, it seems I only felt the thorns. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so will you soon, I suppose. But if my silence made you leave, then that would be my worst mistake. So I will share this room with you, and you can have this heart to break. And this is why my eyes are closed. It's just as well for all I've seen. And so it goes, and so it goes. And you're the only one who knows. So I would choose to be with you. That's if the choice were mine to make. But you can make decisions too, and you can have this heart to break. And so it goes, and so it goes, and you're the only one who knows.
My goodness. We're going to take a break and try and compose ourselves and come back with Sara Gazarek on Breakfast with Gary and Kelly.
Don't go away.
Stick around. Wow. Welcome back to Breakfast with Gary and Kelly here on FM 88.5 KSBR. I'm just opening up CDs and I'm stealing from you guys. I owe you $10 or 15 or whatever the heck. Say hi to Josh Nelson, everybody. Look at this. Brilliant. Josh is really good.
He's not just a piano man.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Since,
It has been a while.
Since you and I saw each other. You look great, man.
Well, thank you.
You're faking in a little of that gray. It's very
Well,
distinguished. I'm very impressed.
Just trying to go for the distinguished look these days.
You're not fooling me. Let me just tell you right
Silver
now.
Fox?
Silver Fox.
Is that what it
Silver
is?
Fox.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
Yes.
nice. Wow. That really, Sarah, at the risk of really getting into something very personal here, can I ask who you were thinking of when you sang And So It Goes?
It just varies every time. That time, I can't say.
Okay. That's a totally fair answer,
Yeah.
and it's probably safer too.
But I mean, with every song that I do, especially one that has a really raw element of emotion, there's a lot of very specific digging and like a process that I go through. Like,
Yeah.
what is the song about? How does it speak to me? Like specifically, how if I were to rewrite the words, how would I put them into my own voice? And then as I'm singing through it, it's a really specific little bit. But I've gotten to the point, that was kind of when I was younger, but it's gotten to the point now where I can kind of improvise on the spot with who I'm thinking about and what each line means to me. But the beauty of that is that every time we go through tunes like that, it's different.
Yeah.
Like in terms of how
Yeah.
it feels to me, different emphasis and all of that.
So, do you have any really happy songs? I mean, like you play, like a Aretha Franklin or something that's a little bit more.
We figured it's 11:30 in the morning. Let's
Yeah, I
get
know.
the day started off.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
We do, yes, we
Yeah.
do. Yes.
Okay.
And we're going to end with a really.
Oh, goody!
Yeah.
I just was
Tell
like
us
really
about
getting
tell us
emotional.
about Josh.
Josh is just like, I met Josh as the best young jazz pianist on the scene, probably in 2002 or 2003, and since then has graduated from best young pianist on the scene to
Best distinguished.
best silver fox on the scene, right?
Yeah, there you go.
No, but has gained a reputation for probably being, in my opinion, the best pianist in the Los Angeles jazz scene. But there are like a small group of maybe 3 or 4 pianists. But Josh, I'll let him brag
Well, where
about
did you meet
himself.
him?
But just on the jazz scene, it's
Really?
a small community of people, and when you're on the level that Josh is at, you hear about these guys.
Okay.
And I had been playing with Alan Chang, who was snatched up by Michael Bublé, and so I had to find a new pianist, and I asked Josh to do the gig and just fell in love with him musically on the spot. And since then, he's been snagged by Natalie Cole. He's Natalie Cole's pianist, and he goes on the road with her.
Really?
Man, I love her. I love her.
Yeah.
Isn't she? Oh yeah.
She's
Wow.
awesome.
She really is. She really is.
And she just, fell in love with Josh because he's such
Well,
a
he's
creative
distinguished.
person.
Well,
And
you look at the guy and you think,
word of
there's
the
a
hour."
distinguished.
But he's, you guys heard, he's so creative and
Yeah.
talented, and he's just a monster on the instrument, but he's also just a gem to work with.
Do you like our Do you like our baby Graham?
It's lovely.
You like that,
It's
huh?
really
We brought that in
nice.
for you.
I appreciate that.
She's lying,
it
but
makes a
we're-
difference.
I
It
tell
really
you, we're
does.
lucky. I've said this a million times, but we are really lucky to have that thing sitting up on the
Nice
stage.
instrument
Yeah.
it is.
to
Nice.
make
It
our
really is.
job easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you guys start writing together and trying down, going down that road?
We started kind of, I don't know, we've been collaborating for a while now, probably since the first record back in 2005. So almost 10 years, 8 or 9 years. But more recently, we've kind of specifically set out to write some tunes together for the new project. And we have this duo thing that you're seeing here, just her and I. We're kind of cultivating that music right now for an upcoming release. We're not sure exactly when, but we're kind of working on the music content for that right now.
Good.
So, yeah.
Good. How is it different now than it was when you guys started? When you sit down to work together?
I would say
assume.
so.
I had less grays. Less grays.
Right.
I'm not saying the grays are because of you, but I'm inferring that a little bit.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
See,
say
we could
that,
never
right?
have
Yeah,
enough.
Gary had head of black hair when we first met.
Yeah, right, exactly.
See what happens?
This is actually now a toupee. So really, it's,
No, but I think, we were young, and I was...
we're young. Yeah, listen to you,
We were,
doddering old.
we were. I was still in college, and so everything was very specific. Like, what reharmonization are you going to play here? What chord are you going to play here? How light are you going to play that? How loud are you going to play that? There was a heavy hand in the arrangements.
Oh, yeah.
And now I feel like there's more of a trust and flexibility in what we're doing.
Well, you've been probably working so long together that you
Exactly.
know exactly what he's going to do when.
Well, not
It's kind of like
necessarily,
a-
because he changes it from time to time. But I would say say that I'm more flexible in how I'm listening to him, and he trusts that if he throws something at me, it's going to keep me on my toes.
Yeah, it's a relationship that's continued to develop, like any relationship that anyone would have in their own sphere of influence. And we've grown as individual artists, but then there's a definite level of trust that we both have with each other as we've been growing. She knows I'm not going to abandon her in the bandstand and throw her some weird chord, but she knows that we're in this together. We're just trying to make the song as strong as it can.
But being up on that same kind of high wire act together is really, I mean, that ultimately is the heart of what you're doing musically, right? Just changing,
And it varies from style to style, but yeah, absolutely, with this genre, it makes sense.
So the CD that you guys have out, it's both of yours. It's you and
well,
him,
no, this is something new that they're working on. This is Blossom B is totally.
It's my band.
It's your project and your
Josh
band,
has a heavy hand in helping and collaborating. And then Josh has a number of his own CDs that he has led and composed for and arranged. So this is I think the newest one.
Yeah, latest one.
Yeah, this is your cover on all the Led Zeppelin.
The Led Zeppelin
music, so that was nice. Though.
Say that.
It's more towards the nod of H.G. Wells, Jules Verne, 20,000
I was going to say Live and Love and Made is on there or something.
Which I always get mixed up with
Believe
Zeppelin.
me, I got plenty of.
Stairway to Heaven.
Zeppelin record? I just love airships and dirigibles, so I put one on the cover of my record too.
Man, Sarah, tell us about making this.
This was our first CD for Palmetto, which is a label out of the East Coast, and we had made 3 CDs for Native Language, which is based out of Orange County, and so this was our debut for that label, and they, asked us to explore a different producer. So it was produced by a phenomenal organ player and pianist named Larry Goldings.
Yeah,
really phenomenal.
Was that was a label suggestion?
I have always loved Larry, and Larry had been on the label, and so we were kind of just shooting out names, and they said, "What about Larry?" And I said, "Oh God, of course, yeah, absolutely," because he's based in LA, and so he was really great with help with arrangements and.
Did you guys know him before this project?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
I did know him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to work with him.
Yeah, and he and I co-wrote some material for the record, and he helped with some of the arrangements and played on a lot, and then. Agreed to reach out to John Pizzarelli, who guest starred on the CD as well.
Need a guitar player for this track. Let's see, who should we call? How about John Pizzarelli?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he sang on the second track as well, the title track of the record.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so it was just a really, it had been 5 years since we had put out a CD, so I felt like the music had really come a long ways, and when we would do performances, people, like live shows, the promoters and club owners would say, like, wow, this is really different from what I anticipated, because our music had changed, and so we just wanted to document, how we had grown and the level of comfort that we had with our music and who we were as people.
Yeah. I think the last time I saw you before the Bash was, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago at the Festival of Arts. Mm-hmm. And we got that picture taken of us, and somebody put their fingers over our heads.
That's right.
And they cut off our heads.
Right, like they put their finger over the lens.
They had their finger on the lens, so it was like everybody.
Our pictures were taken, and it was Sarah, Gary, me, and somebody else, and all you could see was our bodies, no heads.
Yeah, from like here down it was us, and then from here up it was a finger. It was great. It was perfect.
Funny.
Now see, that would have been a lovely album cover.
Right.
But what I was going to say was when I first met you there with your music, I could tell it's different from today, but you were on your way to Germany.
Yes.
So you spent, how long there to Germany?
I had been back and forth, so I think total probably about 2.5, 3 months in Germany, just kind of touring and then recording and then going home, and then once the CD came out, touring again with a band out there. So I was the guest artist on that CD.
Yes.
Yeah, the Trio Sense. Trio Sense. I have like this total block on being able to say that. Trio Sense. That's all. It's so easy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, they have a record out, and I'm the guest singer and wrote some of the lyrics for them. But
nice. I want to know the story behind The Lies of Handsome Men.
I wrote that song for you.
Clearly, you forgot what I look like. So that is a lie.
No, I think that for those who know my music, Josh and I have done a number of duo tunes on the record in the past. We recorded "And So It Goes" on our second record, and I just love showcasing him. And so Josh brought that tune to me, and this record is a Blossom Deary kind of nod to her music, and she recorded that tune written by Francesca Blumenthal.
That was the other thing I was going to ask you about. I truly did not have Blossom Deary on my radar at all until reading about this. Tell us about Blossom Deary.
Blossom Deary is...
Am I alone? Probably everybody in the world did, but me.
Well, there's like the if you've got an onion, there's like the Ella Fitzgeralds and Sarah Vaughan's at the top, and then you start peeling back.
Yeah.
And so I, had discovered her music maybe after I had graduated college, and I knew of her peripherally and knew of some of her recordings, and then Josh brought an arrangement of Everything I've Got, which is the first track on the record, and it just is this really cheeky song, like, you're going to get all the bad stuff that I have, I have eyes for you to give you dirty looks is the first line. And then when we were conceptualizing this record, we realized that there were like 4 or 5 tunes that had to be on the record that were fan favorites, and they were all songs that she had either recorded or that were brought to the band because of her music. So The Lives of Handsome Men was written by this woman, Francesca Blumenthal, and it had been recorded by Cleo Lane and not many other people besides Blossom Deary, and so I actually received a letter from her in the mail.
Really?
She's like this 80-plus-year-old woman writing like cabaret music in New York, and she sent me the sweetest little note that was like, I've been getting emails from people requesting the sheet music because of your version. I'm so touched. And then at the end it was like, here's my ASCAP information.
Business.
Yeah.
Take care
God
of
bless
business.
her.
Yeah. You gotta work it. But it was
that's
so
amazing.
touching to
That's
get that
awesome.
email from
Oh,
her.
of
It made
of
my
course.
year to get that from her.
Wow.
Yeah.
How is this whole journey different? You're 10 years into this now from... is this even close to what you kind of pictured when you were at SC?
I think it is what I hoped would happen. I've always wanted a long-term collaborator, so people who I looked up to, like Tierney or Kurt Elling or Kate McGarry, they all have the person that they've kind of had this long-term relationship with. And, I kind of sunk my teeth into Josh at an early age and haven't let go.
That was a good choice.
So obviously education to you at USC. There's a lot of musicians out there who didn't get an education and they just went on to do their music. What would you say to an aspiring singer that's in high school? Do they go down the path of education to college? Or, how do you think that affected your music?
Ultimately, a degree in music is a beautiful thing, but there was one of the students at USC said that a degree in music is like a note from your mom. It's like really, you can play because you've put in the hours, or nobody's going to hire you on a gig because you have a degree in music.
Right.
So I think if you want credentials to be able to teach it, at a university or something, it is very important. If there are young people who don't have the drive to teach themselves some of the things that are in a university, I think it's really important. I think it's a really phenomenal way to actually meet other artists. Josh, you got your master's?
No,
just
a bachelor, but it's a wonderful way to meet new players and get onto the scene and get known. And
wow, especially in LA too. I think it's different than going to school and
Right, a lot of the music
something.
colleges also feed the scene into LA, so it was a pretty seamless
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But you're right. To further, teaching maybe is we want to, go for a master's or something.
Sure. Well, who are some of the other folks that are on staff over there now too? Our friend Richard Smith.
Richard,
is still there. But who else?
There's so many people. Bob Mintzer.
Oh yeah.
Bob Mintzer's there now. Yeah.
Russ Ferrante.
Yeah.
Bob Shepard, Bill Cunliffe, Otmar Ruiz. It's a very strong faculty. I'm really blessed to be a part of such a great community.
Josh, I just would be curious to know your thoughts on George Duke. Who we lost this week, and and there's a guy who was all about giving back and teaching and passing on his gift to so many other people. Did you guys ever? It's a little different musically. I know
he was more in the fusion thing, but an incredible musician and one that we were all mourning the loss of.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I was in the Thelonious Monk International Piano Competition in 2006. I was a semifinalist, and I got to meet him. And like you said, he was doing what he did best, which was giving back to the education heart of the music business. And he was a really sweet guy, really lovely person.
Goodness,
We were in talks with him to have him on our show.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. We were just looking for an open. Yeah, right.
One of the backup singers that sings with Natalie Cole with us often played with George Duke, and she just was like, this guy is a saint. He's just an angel.
Yeah,
musically, personally, everything you could think about. We've lost a lot of greats. Another great pianist that we just lost was Mulgrew Miller out of New York, who's kind of a well-known bebop guy. Died before 60, too young. So we're happy that they recorded and left us so much great music, and their memory will live on through that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who? Okay, let's ask this then. Who are the hot young kids that you're seeing? I mean, they're 10 years younger than you. So, I mean, is there anybody jumping out going, oh, okay, good, this is good, this will be good? You got nobody, huh? You got nothing. Boy, are we screwed.
No, there really, really are. I'm trying to think of young singers. It's just hard unless you are a really big staple at like all of the jazz camps and all of the different like
jazz camp
festival and different things.
Camps.
Oh yeah,
There's a jazz camp?
absolutely.
Sure.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it
absolutely.
like band camp?
Jazz camps. So, yeah,
close.
absolutely. Yeah.
What's your, did everybody notice you got a tattoo? What's with the tattoo,
Oh,
dear?
this guy.
Yeah, that one.
It says, "Buy my latest CD."
Wow! Now that's a surprise to me.
It's a lyric.
You had that when you were 2 years old, so no wonder you were going to go into this.
That's why she came out with open arms.
Yeah, right, exactly.
No, it's a lyric from one of the songs on the CD. "The Luckiest," which is a Ben Folds composition, was the first dance at my wedding, and so it's just a lyric from the song and then the date.
What's it say?
It says, "And I know that I am the luckiest," and then the date.
No, actually, it says if you could read this, then you could learn shorthand. Which is a really
Well, I didn't want to
surprising
go up
turn
to her and
on
go,
that. I know, exactly. Too fast. It's
I
going too
know.
fast. We're going to take another break and come back and force you, against your will. I don't care what you say, you're going to do another song.
And a happy song.
A happy song.
happy song.
I know, I'm in the corner over there going, okay.
Stick around here on Breakfast with Deary and Kelly.
Dig it. Oh, man.
Welcome back. You enjoyed this?
Yeah.
Isn't she
This
amazing?
has gone too
Isn't she
fast.
amazing? It really
Too
has.
fast, too fast.
I love your hair, by the way. What you've done with your hair, the shoes, lovely, fabulous, very nice. Why were we walking around at the bash going, well, I never? I don't know. We were doing that. I don't understand why. All right. We have time for another one, please.
Yes.
What are we going to hear?
We're going to hear, sorry, I don't have my mic on anymore.
Oh, there we
We're
go.
going to do a cute little happy. Happy ditty called Oh Pa Chow.
Oh, yes.
That's a happy ditty.
happy ditty.
Sara
Thank you.
Gazarek.
Vinha cantando lagrimente, quen quen, quando me coça e dente pecho, para entrar também no samba, no samba, no samba, o ganso. Gostou da dupla fecha bem, quen quen quen, olha pro cisne e diz assim, vem vem, que o quarteto ficará bem, muito bem. Na beira da lagoa, fora alguém saia para começar, o tico-tico no fubá. A voz do pato era mesmo de jacato, jacó de cena com a ganso era mato. Mas eu gostei do final, quando caíram na água e ensaiando a boca, quen quen, quen quen, quen quen quen, quen quen quen, quen quen quen, no pato. The duck was dancing by the water, quack, quack, quack. The rhythm made him think he ought to quack, quack. He was dancing to the samba, the samba, the samba, whoa, goose. The goose was gaily swimming by, honk, honk, honk. He stopped and gave the dance a try, honk, honk. Bossa Nova had them dancing, new thing, new swing. Then a lovely swan swam by in all her majesty, and she loosened up what she could did that swan. She joined the duck and goose and did the samba too. You should have seen the kind of samba she could do. They did the samba so long they all fell right in the water. while they were singing away. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. Go for two. By the water, quack, quack, quack. The rhythm made him think he ought to quack, quack. He was dancing to the samba, the samba, the samba. Whoa, goose, so. The goose was gaily swimming by. Honk, honk, honk. He stopped and gave the dance a try. Honk, honk. Vassanova had the dancing new thing, new swing. Then a lovely swan swam by in all her majesty, and she loosened up what she could did that swan. She joined the duck and goose and did the samba too. You should have seen the kind of samba she could do. They did the samba so long they all fell right in the water while they were singing away. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. Quing, quing, quing. Quack, quack, quack. Ooh, two.
Next month we've got Tinkle Not Suey. Thanks for coming here. I'll catch you next time. This is Gary Kelly.
Thank you.
I'm gonna love you like nobody's loved you. Come rain or come shine. High as a mountain, deep as a river. Come rain or come shine. I bet when you met me, it was just one of those things. But don't ever bet me, 'cause I'll be true if you let me. You're gonna love me like nobody's loved me. Come rain or come shine. So happy together, unhappy together, and won't it be fine? Days may be cloudy or sunny, we're in or we're out of the money, but I'm with you always, I'm with you. Rain, 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 oh come shine. I'm gonna love you like nobody's loved you. Come rain or come shine. High as a mountain, deep as a river. Come rain, rain or come shine. I bet when you met me, it was just one of those things. But don't ever bet me, 'cause I'm gonna be true if you let me. You're gonna love me like nobody's loved me. Come rain or come shine. So happy together, so unhappy together, and won't it be fine? Days may be cloudy or sunny, we're in or we're out of the money, but I'm with you always, I'm with you, rain or come shine. You're gonna love me like nobody's loved me, come rain or come shine. So happy together, unhappy together, and won't it be fine? Oh, days may it be cloudy or sunny, we're in or we're out of the money, but I'm with you always, 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 I'm with you, rain or come shine.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sara